All right, so I'll let you guys open it up and ask Coach some questions.
Well, Eric, kind of the generic question, but I mean, how nice is it to be in game week and, knock on wood, everything works out. You guys got get on the ice on Wednesday.
Oh, fascinating. It feels great. All the things that I forgot about game weeks, right? Like simple things like how we do our lineup, started digging through some of that stuff last night. It feels great to finally be to this point, and the excitement that comes with it, and the looking at actual game footage from a few games from the past, scouting for an opponent, all of the things that you do, getting back into that routine is just, it feels wonderful. So couldn't be more excited for our players and looking forward to getting the chance to compete.
Coach, what are your thoughts on this new kind of schedule format that's going on this year with the? Can you hear me?
Look,
Spencer, can you try that again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just what are your thoughts on the new schedule format with the day in between games for this season?
What specifically about that? Sorry.
What are your thoughts on the new way of doing things?
Okay, sorry. Yeah. One of the things that I think's been to our benefit in the past is we've got a very deep roster, and you look at the numbers that our opponents have. That day of rest is a little bit more of an advantage, I think, for them, just simply because we've always had options to go back to the following day, right? You play Friday and Saturday. If you didn't like something or something presented itself in a matchup, we're able to make some adjustments that maybe they weren't. So the extra day of rest, I think evens that playing field, so to speak, that we had a little bit of an advantage of prior. On the flip side of it, it'll be very interesting, because I think every coach has that opportunity now to see what's thrown at them, and watch the film, and then make those adjustments according to it. Trying to create whatever advantage you can on that side. So it's just one more thing. It's an extra layer this year, and for all of us, I mean, we'll get that rest too. Don't get me wrong, but it's definitely unique for us.
You kind of touched on the depth of your team, but how much does it help the experience that you have, coming into what is going to be basically it's a totally different format that you guys are used to.
Yep. I'd say that if I'm understanding it right here, Justin, one of the biggest things that this year is going to give us is a huge advantage. We're a really young team, 21 freshmen and sophomores. So for us to be able to play this schedule this year and have it's essentially a learning year for everyone. So, we'll have a few seniors that are going to graduate and move on, and we're going to have some come back, and then, we're filling very few spots going forward. So if there's a silver lining to everything that's been going on, it's basically, this will hopefully be a once in a lifetime learning experience that none of us will ever have to go through again. And what you're going to see here is probably what the Blue Golds are hopefully going to look like for the next 3+ years. I mean, this is really going to set us up for the future. So from that standpoint, selfishly, very excited by what this 8 games is going to give us. And hopefully there's more to it besides just that.
Hey, Coach, how are you going to handle your freshmen this week? Are you going to throw them in there and give them some extra ice time because you haven't played, or are you going to be a little cautious?
No, we're going. That's one of the things. When our players get here, that's the expectation. And part of the commitment we make to them is we're going to prepare them as best we can so that they're ready to go the minute that puck drops. And what I've seen so far out of this group, I'm very excited about how fast they've adjusted to things, how fast they're picking everything up. And once again, every year our upperclassmen continue to do an amazing job of bringing the underclassmen along. So it seems like they pick things up even faster this year because, our seniors have been watching it now for the last 3 years themselves, what it's looked like. How do we teach them? How do we get them involved and make them a part of the program and a part of our skills, like systems and different things like that, as fast as possible. So they're going to be, they'll be a big part of the equation. And with the way our numbers are, we don't really have much of a choice. So, but even if it was a smaller group, I think it'd be the same way. So.
Just from a X's and O's standpoint, what is going to be the key for getting 2 wins this week?
Coach Ann at Point, she does a phenomenal job of having her team ready to go, and they compete and they don't stop. I mean, they will not stop. So for us, 100%, we have to be ready to work. If we're not ready to, at the very least, match their intensity, we won't have a chance. I mean, that's just the way our conference is. So our energy is going to have to be high, and we have to really do everything we can to basically control time and space as much as possible. So, that's been one of the areas we've been pushing and really trying to teach so far. And so, all the questions we have will be answered here, hopefully in 48 hours. Okay.
All right. I think
All right.
we're Danny.
I've got, yep, Dani's right here. Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Hello, everybody.
I'll ask the generic question we're asking everybody, but how exciting is it to have a game week and knowing that, knock on wood, everything goes right, you guys will be in it?
Oh, it's super exciting. It's definitely been a long time coming for sure. It's only my second season, so everyone's itching at this point, and it's going to be really excited to see it all come together for a full 60.
Was there ever a certain point over the last year or so where you thought maybe this wasn't going to happen and you guys weren't going to get back out on the ice for a season?
I think there was always kind of that little bit of doubt, but everyone in the WIAC was just working super, super hard behind the scenes. Strand himself, he was always really good about keeping us in the loop and keeping our spirits high. So I guess there was always a sliver of doubt, but I think we all thought that we'd be able to touch the ice again this coming season.
Coach was kind of talking about the makeup of your team. Obviously, this is your second season, and then you got the upperclassmen. I mean, talk about how much the upperclassmen have helped you guys kind of get ready, or you guys are helping the freshmen get ready as well.
Last year's seniors was a really strong group. We had, some really big roles, and coming in, I think everyone knew that there were some big rules as far as leadership and teaching that people had to fill. And I think all the upperclassmen have done an awesome job about that. And with such a large number of freshmen, they've jumped right in there great, and they're asking questions, and they're able to get those questions answered. And everyone's super ambitious, and they're all picking it up very easily.
That must give you a little bit of comfort heading into the first game. You haven't had any competitions, and all these underclassmen really picking it up. It sounds like the freshmen are doing great. How much more confidence will you skate with on Wednesday, knowing the young new additions, are picking?
Oh yeah, I have full confidence in anyone in that locker room, anyone that gets to wear a blue gold jersey this coming week. Not a doubt in my mind that anyone that we have on this roster can go and put on a phenomenal performance for any game.
How much is that big question mark from last season, not knowing how it would have ended? How much does that motivate you guys for this?
Oh, a whole bunch. We work so hard. I mean, every team, puts a lot in, but I feel like there's something special about the UW-EC program. And so that one hurt a lot. It still stings. And so we got that to motivate us even more coming this season.
And with this being such a young team, maybe from your experience, what's the learning curve like to get used to college hockey, and how do you see that going for this group?
It's definitely a big learning curve. I felt like every single thing that I did in high school was now considered incorrect. Strand runs some funky stuff over here, but the learning curve is big, but we just have such a strong group of girls that are willing to help everyone learn. And so, yeah, it's a big jump, but it's made easy by the people we have in this program.
How about recovery between games. How do you approach this week, or I guess the 4 weeks, going from Wednesday to Thursday to Friday?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be tough. We've met with our off-ice trainer, Zach Ruck, a lot about the nutrition aspect, the hydration aspect, the sleep aspect. And I think everyone's been taking that stuff really seriously, and it's going to be hard on everybody's bodies, but I think our team is ready to roll.
What do you
I think I'm
remember
good.
from Stevens Point? I mean, what do you know about remember? What have you seen from them from last year that you?
They are definitely a physical team. That is for sure. They're not going to give you any time, any space. What they lack in skill over there at point, they make up for in hard work. So it's always a super fun game.
I think I'm.
Yep, same here.
All right. Thank you, Dani.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Jill.
Thanks.
Coach, we should be good to go.
See you later.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks, Coach.
All right,
Yep.
Thanks.